G'day guys, it's Dave Long here again, back in the factory. Yeah, we're going to do an older pattern that I developed years ago in like a perch, and I'm going to do it on well, it's actually the Juvenile Bass number 3 pattern. This is like a perch pattern. It's not really natural, it's just my take on a bass, a juvenile bass. And we probably find that most of the freshwater species in our freshwater country is similar with markings, but not to this extent. This is really out of the box. So anyway, I'll just go through what we're going to paint on for starters. It's going to be an S7 square bill that I'm just gearing up and getting a few going for my next trip to freshwater, which is in a river. And yeah, so I'm just going to get a few of these going, and I want to do a juvenile bass on this blank. So because it's a fat little lure, I'm going to be using scales on it, so I'm going to put larger scales on it. A bit of an experimentation here, but I think it'll come up alright. And we're going to be using also over that scale pattern my juvenile bass beams, you might say, or blazers. I've got 2 here that I use. This is mainly for the bigger lures, like the minnows, the longer lures. And this one here I like to use for the smaller type of lures, so I might use that one on there. And then we might even do a little bit of mottling underneath the lure, just to highlight it. But basically the colours are, what I've done so far, I've done a white undercoat, 2 coats, and I've done a pearl over the bottom and the belly, the sides, just to give it a bit of shimmer. And then I've got just a black blaze over the top with black eyes. Now I did all that just to save time, because it could be a longer period for this to be done. Anyway, so the colours I'll be using is black. I'll be using the white over the scales later on. In fact, that'll be next. And that'll be like a base for the next colour, which is the silver. Okay, now I do that I don't do it all the time, but I do it on occasions when I want to really highlight the scales. And then we're going to put the mask on for the blazers, and we're going to use a colour that I've mixed up. It's a moss green, and it's three times the moss green to 1 black, and that's the mix, and that'll give it just a different definition, hopefully a different definition on the blazers. And then we're going to we're going to put a candy over the whole lot, and that's another mixed candy. It's poison green. The ratio there will be, let's see, 3 to 1 track brown. So I've mixed those to give out a dirty greeny colour. It's a very natural looking colour, but we'll just see how that goes, and I'll put that over the black sides, the back and the eyes, and hopefully a bit on the blazes there. Anyway, let's get into it. So what I've done the prep work really for this blend, and I'm going to go straight in and do the scales. Now what I'll have to do is I'll have to put this on because I'm going to be using that blaze pattern over the top of this. Alright, so that makes sense. And so it would be easier to handle the lure while I'm painting it if I put this on and clip it on. If you understand what I'm saying there, I'll do it anyway and show you. That might be better. It's a very fat little lure, this one. It's quite pudgy, and yeah, I reckon the bass and other yellow bellies, even cod, will go for this. It's a nice little lure. They've been using this for ages in America. If you got any feedback on it, let me know. But I don't mind giving it a go. I haven't got this neat enough. I've got to get it tight without scratching that paint. There we go. That's better. That's a little bit better. I'll just get that tight. There. I've got these little clips here that I'll use. Over there. That's the one. And then we'll come down. I'll do this front first. So I don't want to stretch those scale pattern segments either. I don't want to stretch them too much because I'll get all elongated. So just trying to keep it tight and not do that. Another one there. That's it. It's a little bit fiddly. I might just take that off again, and that's a bit better. That's a bit better. Yeah, so it might take a little time to do all this, but yeah, I like the pattern. I haven't done a lot of these, so I should really, because last time I used one of these was up at a dam, and I couldn't keep them off it. Even catfish were going for it. I don't know why. Actually, the story that I have for you guys is that I had a bait, not this particular bait, but a minnow in this pattern, just sitting on the water near the kayak, and it got slammed by a catfish. It was just floating on top of the water, and I couldn't believe it. Anyway, yeah, so that's what we'll do. And I'm just seeing if I can hold this in here somehow while I'm painting. That might work. No, actually we might do this. That's better. That's better. Yeah, you just got to improvise sometimes. Okay, that's good. So now we're going to put a white over that. And you might think, well, why am I doing that? Basically, the white will be like a good foundation for the silver. That's as simple as it gets. So I've mixed up a white here. And this goes on the sides. I might just mix that up a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I've been sort of preparing for this for, I don't know, a couple of hours now. I'm just getting a few things ready and pottering around, and I don't know, I just find it hard to get motivated today, but I still enjoy it. Okay, so we'll just get that white in. Yeah, once you get going, you're right, you know. Okay, just see. That's not too bad. Okay, so we're going to do the white. Now, there's no rhyme or reason for this. I'm just doing it on the sides. I'm going to go from the, say, the gill back to the tail, and just on the sides there where the scales are going to be. Alright, so here we go. And I'll just do this in layers because I don't want it to run. I'll dry it off. That's it. Just dry that off a bit. I'll give it another go. That's it. I'll go over the other side. Let's see if I can swing that over like that. That's not too bad. That's better. That's good. I hope you can see all this. And like I was saying, the white is just going to be like a foundation. A foundation for the silver. So I'll just give that another hit. There we go. Alright, so that's good. We'll just clean out that airbrush. It's just a little bit stubborn with white. Might get some more water going. That's all I wash it out with, basically. During sprays I just use the white. Sorry, use water. Okay. Alright, so now we're going to put the scales on with the silver. This is a wicked metallic silver. Alright, so it'll give it a bit of shimmer. I've mixed that already. Okay, and I'll just give it a bit of a stir. Yeah, so it may take a little time to do this lure today. I'm glad I did the prep work on it. It just saves a bit of time, and it's a bit boring, that stuff. Anyway, we'll put the silver in, and we're going to put some scales on. I get excited with the scales because it does give it a little bit of authenticity. that's the way. Okay, so here we go. I may have gone down a bit low there, but anyway, I'll just try the other side. Yeah. Let's try that off. That's all right. Yeah, that's come up nice. You can see the silver working there. That's good. I didn't go on the top. I don't want to go on the top. Just a little bit on the shoulders, not much, but that's okay. That's all right. You can't miss that. Okay, so we'll just clean that out. That's the silver one. And that's all the scales I'll do. We'll do the bar work next with that moss green and black mix. That's the way. Okay, now, if you can see that, I hope you can still see that. That's right. I shouldn't touch that anyway. Alright, so now we've got the moss green. It's a very dark colour, still greeny, but it's very dark. I'll give that a little stir. It's been sitting there for a little while now, just to get the colours going. That's it. I don't know if you can see that. It's a bird. It's like a black green colour. It's good. Let's go over the top here. I've got a lot of this mixed. I didn't need all this, but that's okay. Now what I want to do here is we don't want it spraying everywhere. That's good. And we'll use this little stencil here. Now, yeah, I might use the little one because it's more suited for this size lure. Okay, here we go. Let's see what that looks like. Yeah, it's very greeny colour, isn't it? Okay, that's not too bad. That's all right. That'll look all right. Now, we'll just dry that off. We'll just swing that around, see if we can do the other side the same. That's the challenge, is doing the other side the same. Yeah, so I'll just wipe that a little bit just so I don't smudge any colours. I'll see if I can do that. That's it. The same. This side. Let's check this out. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit tricky, but anyway, nothing's impossible. Alright, I think that's pretty good. Okay. Okay, that's a deeper colour, that's not bad. Okay. I might just, when I've got it, I might just go up on the shoulders there a little bit. That's it, just a little bit. It is a big fat bait, this one. That's it. That's good. Alright, so we're finished with that. I'll just clean that out. Moss green is dark green colour, but just adding a bit of black to it shades it a bit, and that gives it a different dimension. So if you're out there and you're thinking, oh, I want to get started on this, by all means, get into it. It's a great hobby, and yeah, I love it. There's lots of creativity going on around the world here, and you can start this in your own backyard. I mean, I'm in my own shed here. I never used to have a shed. We just moved here a couple of years ago, and I was working out of a garage then, but it was very tiny and it was very cramped. I remember, very cramped. Not as if this shed's very big, but you know, it does. It is a bit bigger than it was before, but you can start anywhere, you know. And I've got a vent going here. I'll show you that one day. Just an exhaust vent. It does work, you know. It just holds the. You can just get rid of the fumes as I'm talking. I normally wear a mask too. But while I'm talking to you, I can't wear a mask. Anyway, we'll take that off now. I'll just dry it first before I... There we go. Okay, I'll just take this scale mask off now. We don't need that. See what it looks like, eh? Yeah, so I've never painted this lure before in this pattern, so let's see what it looks like. Okay, not too bad. There we go. Okay, so it's still got a lot of scales down here, so we'll fix that up. But yeah, that's come up okay. That's come up nice. Okay, so we'll continue, and we'll put on now the Candy 2.0, and I've made that mix. I'll just spin this around, that's it. There we go. Yeah. Okay, let just bring it up a bit. Alright. Now we've got the Candy 2.0. Now I've mixed the poison green with the three parts poison green to 1 part dirt brown, and that's what it comes up like. It's a fairly muddy looking greeny colour, but that's good. That sort of adds a little bit of natural look to it. You know? Anyway, we'll get that. I'll just stir that up, of course. I'm jumping the gun here a little bit. I'll just check something here. Yep, everything's fine. Okay, and alright, so we're going to give this a little hit with the, I don't know what I'd call this like a drab green in military terms. When you're painting uniforms and vehicles, they use a lot of this colour. Oh yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, it's a real vomit looking colour. Okay, so we'll go over the back and the eyes with this, and anything that's dark, and that'll bring out a green tinge to it. Might just turn that down a bit. That's it. On the eyes. That's the way. It's a little bit loose down the side here. Just a little bit. That's it. It's got those natural colours to it, with a bit of bling on the side for the scales. Okay, now we might dry that off a bit, just so it sets a little bit quicker, so I can get the eyes on. I'll use an airbrush without the paint, of course, and I'll just blow cold air on it. I'll just clean this out first. Yeah, I think that'll look good up the river, that one. Now you can use different eyes in this one, different colour eyes. I'll just wash that out. I'll put this one back on, put some cold air on it. A bit of water in it, sorry. A bit of water in it. Just make sure that's out. Okay, so here we go. Just dry that off a bit. Oh, it's a bit runny there, isn't it? I'll just get a cotton wool bud on that. Oh yeah, all these things happen. Don't worry. You'll make mistakes. That's the way. Yeah, it might have been a bit loose, that one. That's alright. Colour's still there. That's looking good. Just point it down a bit. Yeah, that's going to look really good once it's epoxy. Get some epoxy on it, and all those colours will just pop out. They'll just explode out of the Just dab that a little bit too, just a little bit. A little bit. Thick there. That's it, just gently. That's the one. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Sort of happy with that. I'm going to look forward to using this one. It's new lure and new colours. Well, not new colours, but I've had this pattern out for years. It's like, it started off a bit more blander than this, and I thought I'd get a bit fancy with the pattern itself, so I modified it to suit. Yeah, that colour was a bit loose, just a little bit loose. That's all right, I'll just fix that up a bit. I'll just dry this up. I might even go over that back. Just one light coat over it, and that'll make a difference. It was a bit loose. That's alright. Yeah, Juvenile Bass, number 3. This one. And I think that'll be pretty good. Because the water up there at the river, it's a little bit, what to say, it's a little bit muddy. So I'll just go over the back there, just a little bit lighter. That's it. That's better. That's a lot better. Alright, so we'll just dry that off. Clean that out a bit. That's the one. I have to get an airbrush holder so I can swap these over and put them somewhere. Now just cold air on that. That's it. That's a bit better. I don't know, but I think I've told you that I usually make at least, well, not at least, but any number between 2 to 10 at a time, and that helps with supply. Although I haven't been doing it, with this video I only do one, so which is obvious, but. Yeah, that's come up really good. I like that. It's really looks good on the bigger pattern, bigger lure. Okay, so we'll just see if we can touch up that belly a bit with a bit of white. And what I'll do, I might use that little mask there. See if we've got enough white here. I don't really have to do this, but I'm just being a little bit sort of pedantic. That's just me. I'll just add a bit more paint to that. And That's it. Just turn it down. And we'll use this the stencil underneath. See the scales here? I'll just see if I can go over that a bit, just to make it a bit more. I'll go over with a white. Let's see. Getting in there is the hardest part. I might swing that more around actually. Swing that around like that. That might be better. And just, whoop. That's better. Get right underneath it. And see if that helps. Just a little bit. I don't want to have scales all under the belly. That's the whole objective here. See if I can add a little bit more. Yeah, that's not too bad. That's good. This side's not too bad. That's good. No, I'll leave that. I won't delve into it too much. Okay, I'll just clean that out. Yeah, it's not a bad little pattern. It's not too dark. It's just nice and bright and colourful. It has some markings on it. I think it'll be good in that river, personally. Okay. There we go. Clean that out a bit. Alright, so there it is. We're going to put some eyes on it now. So I'll just take that out. Again. Eyes. You know what? I'm thinking green eyes. Because they are big eyes. They're a size 8 or 7 or 8. Yes. I'm sort of thinking a big green eye on it. Let's see if I can get that off. We're not going to spray anymore. That's it. Trying to be as gentle as I can. Tape that on pretty tight. That's it. That's the one. Okay, yeah, green eyes. Because it's a greeny colour, I'll try to. Actually, no, I've got other eyes here I might use. They're not a green eye. 6. What have I got here? I'm going to use. Let's go to the 7s. 7s. There's a 7. I wonder if I've got green. I've got silver. Let's get the 7s out. I think a big eye on that would be good. Yeah, that's the one I was thinking of. Something like that. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? That's like a greeny kind of milky type of colour. So I think, yeah, I'll go those. Yeah, that'll be good. I might add them into the fry. I wonder if I can get some more of those. Online. Yeah, anyway. See if we can get those out. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about this lure. I think it's going to be a hit with the bass up there at least. You get Saratoga up there too. So they might think this is a bit froggy and they'll go for it. Never know. You never know your luck. There we go. Ah, bit fiddly. And I notice my fingers are getting a bit bigger as I get older. If you've got any feedback on that, let me know. Okay. Here we go. Now I always glue them because once you put on the eye, you don't want it shifting around when you epoxy it. And that's what happens. You just need a little bit too, you don't need a lot. I must say that a lot. I must say that a lot, I think I do. I think I say that every time I do a video. Let's see if we can get under there. Get that out. That's the one. Oh yeah, this will look good. Beautiful. Oh yeah, I like that. There we go. That looks good. Looks like a bit of a jewel in the eye, doesn't it? A bit of shimmering, a bit of a mark. Yeah, the paper's stuck to one of these. I'll have to get that off. That sometimes happens when you take an eye off. It brings the paper up with it. That's it. I don't think this knife's too crash out either. What if you get a new one? Anyway, I've got the glue on and there we go. I'll just press that in a little bit. Right, yeah, there it is. There it is, the Juvenile Bass number 3. And yeah, that's come up all right. It looks good. But what I'll do, I'll sign that, and I'll put a couple of coats of epoxy on it, and then I'll show you what it looks like in the real world, eh? But anyway, that's the Juvenile Bass number 3, and I'm happy with that. It's going to be a nice little hit in the fresh water. And you could use that. You could use that pattern for salt water too. Don't be shy. It might be the go in certain water textures and colour, light patterns. It might be an early morning, late evening. You don't know. It could be used at night. Because it's fairly dark on top, this reminds me I might look at something specifically for night fishing. Anyway, if you've got any thoughts on that, just let me know. If you like this video, of course, and you like what I'm throwing at you, like and subscribe. Please subscribe because it's all helping the channel, and I look forward to comments too. You know, by all means, throw something my way. I think that brings out the honesty in the little industry we have here, and there's a lot of good artists around with good patterns, and have a look around and get some ideas, but try and be creative too. I'm always, everything I do is original. I don't seem to copy anyone specifically, but I do get ideas from it. Okay, so that's what it's all about. Alright, thanks for watching, and yeah, Juvenile Bass, have a go. Alright, thank you, bye.